So they're going to need, and that's what our military sources told us as well, not just callers like Colonel Six, who's given us very good intel before. So they need to cover up their death. I said, could they have just tagged the names onto a National Guard helicopter and said they died there? And Colonel Six said, no, he's talked to some of the family people. And Colonel Six called us, he corrected me, he's right, I looked it up. 4 months before McChrystal stood down, when there was no news about it, he said he's going to be brought down in a scandal, you watch. Colonel Six has now told me who he is, and I've gone and looked it up. He's been involved. He's now, quote, out of the military, but still works for them. We'll just leave it at that. And he's here to give us information on that front, but I also have some other sources saying the same thing. Now, we had another helicopter go down today. NATO helicopter crash lands, and first they said that it had been shot down. We're going to be discussing that with Colonel Six as well. But Colonel Six, break down exactly what this particular woman, who's related to one of the dead SEALs, told you the scuttlebutt is, and what the SEALs are saying, and why they would want to get rid of them.
That in the beginning, the ones that were killed in Pakistan, all of the SEALs that were aboard that helicopter, one helicopter out of 3, were killed. That was roughly a little more than half of that particular group. Now, SEAL Team 6, let me just back up a little bit, is made up of 4 squadrons, okay? And each squadron has, each team has about 3 40-man troops. And you take 5-man operational troop guys to do a deal. So you got 22 on this one. You got four operational man groups there. What the deal is that there has been some talk among the wives and other relatives saying, we are going to go to the press and tell that we know how this was done and that it was not done the way they said it. There was no Bin Laden being taken. There was no him being taken to see him being buried, and that their loved ones died in a accident, or well, not an accident, but in a way other than what's been reported. What pushed it over the edge was that the other half of that particular squadron mixed in with a few other guys from another squadron to make it look good. The rest of them were killed in this crash that happened the other day. And there's some things I want to point out about this. First of all, they're not going to be in the National Guard helicopter. Those helicopters they use are Navy helicopters or Army helicopters, depending on which they have available at that time. They are secured at all times. You know, Batman is not going to take off after the Joker without his Batmobile. You know, he's not going to roll out and say, you know, hey, Six, let me use your 74 Volkswagen to go chase the Joker. No. So they have the specially made helicopters. You remember the reason that the Pakistanis and the Chinese wanted to get a good look at that tail section that was left in Pakistan because it was unusual. So their helicopters are modified for their missions. And so none of that puts together.
Well, here's what I'm getting from Bagram Air Base. When Special Ops has an operation, no one knows. So it would never get reported, and it did within minutes. And that's what the other troops are saying. If anything went wrong or happened, or if these guys got killed, the news would never know. And they go on to say sometimes it takes years for people to be told that SEALs were killed, and that's been confirmed. They go on to say, this is from our sources, and guys, don't show a shot of this yet. I'm not sure if I want to publish this yet. Quote, it hit the news just before as bodies were being cleaned up and identified, which, again, they don't do. The base goes on blackout to give time to notify families. And they just go on to say that the whole OBL thing, it was reportedly that they took his body out by Ospreys, which are Marine helicopters. They don't have those in Afghanistan. It's unlikely they have flown those all the way from wherever just for a body, and it goes on. Chinooks rarely travel full of people. They have to hold equipment and packs and gear, so why was it full? The Chinook Special Ops uses Gatling guns on the sides of the Chinooks don't, so no one should have been able to get close enough to RPG it. And it goes on to say it is possible to hold 36 souls, not 38. Is that true? You can only hold 36, and they're saying 38 were on that helicopter?
Well, when you're running anywhere over 30, you're running in dangerous territory, because that's true. You're going to have a door gunner on most of those missions. And plus, let me just back up. When this first mission went down in Pakistan, so when they supposedly got Bin Laden, there never should have been a mention of who captured him. Secondly, there surely shouldn't have been a mention of where Obama was going to go to meet them. Put a sign here. This is where you can find special forces troops now. You've got, I think it was the 101st Airborne out of there, and some special forces guys from some ranger groups and so forth, because they obviously are not out of the Army base. They've got 4 groups. They got 9 active duty SEAL teams. They got 4 in Cordova, California, 4, I think, in Norfolk, and they got 1 that's made up of guys that are former SEALs that want to stay active and so forth. So it'd be 8 active duty and 1 reserve, and 4 on the East Coast. That should have never been divulged. And just like the CIA, the only reason that we know that Johnny Mike Spann was one of the CIA agents that was killed when the first man...
The point is, like Dr. Pachinik says, who's run major operations worldwide, including killing leaders in major European countries, the minute they come out and tell you a story immediately, you know it's staged, because real operations, you'll never hear about it.
That's it. You know, like I was telling you yesterday, they say jump, I say run. Okay? They say add, I say subtract, because one, you laying a role for a lie. When he said that they was going to go down and meet the guys that had done this, okay, then that told me that the rest of them were in trouble. When I got this call the other night,
wait a minute, I think you said yesterday, was it on air or off air, that you said watch for more of them to start dying, and now another helicopter they tried to shoot down today, but we don't know who was on board.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I haven't even seen that part. And I heard, now, what I heard on the radio was it was a hard landing.
Yeah.
And I would think that this would be following too closely, unless they had split the remainder up into 2 groups rather than another group. But
let me stop you right there. What are the sources with the SEALs telling you? Because last night you said that they were already getting ready to go public, and that's what this killing was about.
Right. Well, this killing, this last kill, yeah, they were going to go in public and say that there was no Bin Laden picked up. None of that stuff ever went down. Okay, and they kind of held off on that. When this other killing went down the other day, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Then you had killed the entire team, everybody's husband, everybody's uncle, everybody's nephew, and damn it, now's the time to come forward, because if you don't, they're going to do it again, and we're grieving. Our hearts are broken. They're giving us a check instead of our husbands, our sons, and so forth. It ain't going to go. We cannot let it happen to them, so it won't happen to other ones.
Well, let me stop you right there. For folks that are doubting this, they murdered 5 of the members of Jessica Lynch's team because they were coming out saying it was all a fable and made up for PR. They murdered Pat Tillman over this stuff. I mean, people need to understand this is done routinely if there's a big PSYOP rollout and troops aren't playing along. This is standard procedure.
Friends, let me tell you something. I've been in intelligence for the better part of 25 years. This is a rough and tumble game, okay? If I'm out on a mission and I get killed, nobody knows who I am, okay? I get sent back to the proper funeral home. My wife is told, the people that know what I do know, but it never gets out, And these guys are the same way. There's a guy in Arlington that's from Arlington. Now, his grandmother went ahead and released some information on him, and that's fine, because that was her choice. But you had too many operators on that Chinook. Okay.
Well, that's right. They rarely do that from what I've read. Stay there. Let's continue to break it down. Tonight at 7 p.m. Central, we'll do another InfoWars special report at PrisonPlanet.tv. Then we'll have the aftermath of what's going on with the stock market. Also, starting September 1st, now we're only talking about 22 days away, we're going to launch every night, 7 p.m., 30-minute news program. And it looks different and is more produced than the special reports. We're also going to start special reports several nights a week. Some of them will be 10 minutes long, others an hour, 2 hours long, with all sorts of guests and other informative folks in studio with us and via Skype. So we're taking the InfoWar to the next level. If you're not a PrisonPlanet.tv member, now is the time to become a member and to get our reports, download them, burn them to disk, and share them with your friends and family. I want to thank those of you that are PrisonPlanet.tv members. We couldn't have done any of this without you. Now, going back to Colonel Six. Colonel Six, the info you've given us on, I don't know, 4 or 5 subjects has turned out to be true. So you do have really good sources. You did tell me your name and who you are. I did look it up. And we appreciate your courage. And can you repeat to me what you said last night, that folks know what you're doing and that people inside the military have actually, well, I guess I'm already saying it for you.
Well, it's just not, put up on billboards and on posters as you walk in the units. But there are individuals that know about my blog. I have a radio show. It's on beforeitsnews.com radio. You go to beforeitsnews.com, and the radio show is called Agent in Place. You can click on it. You can listen to past episodes.
And by the way, there have been people behind the scenes trying to come after you now and trying to. I mean, they are getting upset by what you're doing. But you were telling me that some of the generals and folks are aware of what you're doing, and that not everybody inside the military is happy about what's going on. In fact, you were telling me a lot of people are awake.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are awake, and I get a lot of where to go. Just passing by somebody. As long as the guy that I report to says, you haven't taken this overboard, you haven't gone too far, or anything like that, then I don't have any problems. I don't care what other people think. But I'm gonna tell you something. 90% of people are supportive of it. I have this thing called His Stats on my blog. And that shows you where people are logging on from. And Camp Lejeune, Paris Island, the Air Force Academy.
Let me expand on that. What percentage of the military is starting to wake up to the New World Order?
Roughly 80%. Because see, this is the whole thing. Everybody knows, and that, for instance, they will not tell you, but it is a fact, and you can check it out, that roughly 75%, now get this, of each unit that's been to or is in Afghanistan now, roughly somewhere between 50 and 75% of those units' members are hooked on opium. They're hooked on opium, Alex. So when they get back to East Dallas and all they got is heroin, they got opium on you. You hit it with a knife, the milk just comes out. You lick it off the knife, and boom, you're gone. They're not gonna be able to get that when you get back here. Okay, so they're gonna be breaking into the pharmacy, stealing all cartons of OxyContin and all that type of stuff. It's gonna be real problematic. But I'll make one other point that's very salient in this whole deal. The story is being told now is that they left to go back up a Ranger team. Bob, you do not send one special operating group to go with get another one. Okay? If they're in trouble, then you need to send 100, 200 guys, okay, to go and help take care of that situation. It doesn't make sense. And then what they said is that the Rangers...
Stay there. We're going to be back in 1 minute.
Okay.
Ask yourselves, what are you doing in this time of great challenge? What are you doing to unlock minds?